back, guys, to Trade Hub. I created this channel for one simple reason: to talk and to show that succeeding in trading is possible. It has happened, and it happens all the time. It's not a myth. It's not just luck. It's a reality for people who build the right mindset and process. Today, we're talking about one of those people. A guy who looked a total market meltdown in the face, didn't flinch, and walked away with one of the greatest trades in history. This is the story of Paul Tudor Jones and the day he took on Wall Street and won. So let's set the scene. It's the 1970s. A young Paul Tudor Jones starts as a clerk on the cotton exchange. He wasn't a Wall Street legacy kid. He learned from the ground up in the pits, feeling the raw energy and emotion of the trading floor. He was good, really good. By his late 20s, he was running money and making millions. But then, in 1980, he got his teeth kicked in. He took a massive loss trading cotton. I'm talking about the kind of loss that makes you question everything you think you know.
I would say Wall Street uniformly was unprepared for this magnitude of a drop. And of course, that's why you got it, because that is the nature of the market.
Yeah. It wasn't just a bad trade. It was a fundamental failure. He was overconfident. He was leveraged. He was wrong. That loss hurt, but it was the best thing that ever happened to him. It burned a lesson into his brain that would define his entire career. Preservation of capital is the only rule that matters. The goal isn't to be a hero on every trade. The goal is to survive, to be able to trade tomorrow. He famously said, "I'm always thinking about losing money as opposed to making money." Don't focus on making money. Focus on protecting what you have. That shift in mindset, that's everything. Now, fast forward to 1987. The stock market is in a massive bull run. Everyone is euphoric. It feels like the party will never end. The S&P 500 had rallied for almost 5 years straight, but Paul was suspicious. He saw the insane valuations, the sheer greed in the air. He did something most traders don't do. He looked at the past. He became obsessed with the crash of 1929. He literally laid the stock chart from 1987 over the chart from 1929, and the patterns were almost identical. The same parabolic rise, the same blow-off top. It was all there. While everyone else was buying the dip, Paul was quietly building a massive short position. He was betting everything would collapse. People thought he was crazy. The market kept grinding higher, and he was losing money waiting for the crash. The pressure was immense, but he trusted his work. He trusted the pattern. He had his thesis, and he stuck to it. Then, on October 19th, 1987, a day now known as Black Monday, the unthinkable happened. The Dow Jones Industrial Average crashed 22.6% in a single day. It was the largest one-day percentage drop in history. Absolute panic, sheer terror on Wall Street. And Paul Tudor Jones, he was calm. He was executing his plan. His fund made over $100 million that day. Some reports say he personally made around $80, $100 million, in one day. He didn't do it with a crystal ball. He did it with preparation, pattern recognition, and the sheer guts to bet against the entire world. Now, most stories would end there, and he lived happily ever after, rich beyond his dreams. But that's not the point. The win in 1987 wasn't the most important part of his story. The most important part was the loss in 1980. That loss is what forged his ironclad risk management. He developed rules he would never break. He would never risk more than 1 to 2% of his capital on any single idea. He used something called the P&L stop. He would size his position based on how much he was willing to lose, not how much he wanted to win. He understood that trading is a game of probabilities, not certainties. You can be wrong more than you're right and still be wildly profitable if you manage your losses. He also taught the importance of being a jackrabbit. When you're wrong, you get out. Fast, no hesitating, no hoping it comes back. You just hit the exit. Pride has no place in the markets. This is the real, unsexy secret. The boring stuff, the discipline, the risk management. That's what separates the legends from the one-hit wonders. Later in his life, Paul's focus shifted. He started thinking about legacy. He became a massive philanthropist, founding the Robin Hood Foundation to fight poverty in New York City. He proved that the ultimate success isn't just what you build for yourself, but what you can do for others. So, what's the takeaway for us? Stop obsessing over finding the perfect entry. Stop looking for that one magic indicator. Start obsessing over your risk. How much can you afford to lose on this trade? Where is your hard stop? What is your maximum daily loss? Build a process so solid that a string of losses doesn't break you, so that you're still in the game when your big opportunity finally comes. That's the Trade Hub mindset. It's not about being the loudest person in the room. It's about being the most disciplined, the most prepared. Success is possible. Paul Tudor Jones proved it, but it looks less like a rocket ship and more like a well-defended fortress. It's built on the lessons from your losses, not the excitement of your wins. Keep grinding, stay disciplined, and remember, we're all in this together. I'll see you in the next one.